Hey everyone, so I wanted to update you because I did have an ultrasound a couple of days ago. So I am 13 weeks 1 day today, and I had an ultrasound on when I was 12 weeks 6 days, and it was supposed to be a CVS as well. But we wanted to kind of wait and see how the ultrasound went. So I went to the ultrasound and everything seems to be measuring well and kind of on target right now. So the baby's legs were nice and long, not crazy long, but within average, completely normal. There was no concerns whatsoever on the way the bones looked or how long the limbs were. Kidneys, couldn't see them, so that's a good sign. With some of the other babies, we could tell that there were kidney problems already by about 12 weeks, and I was closer to 13 weeks with this ultrasound. What else? So the nuchal fold was only about 1.3 to 1.5, which is really good. And overall, we could see the ribs. They looked, from our point of view, to be right. Our other babies all had ribs that were going horizontally, and instead of kind of the way that ribs normally would. So we are hoping that everything keeps going in that direction. We feel fairly confident that this baby is not affected by the gene that we carry, which is short rib polydactyly type 3. We are trying really hard to remember that this was a tested embryo through IVF, and that we did IVF and PGD for this reason, so that we knew that we were only transferring a healthy baby, or a baby that did not carry short rib polydactyly and that did have normal chromosomes. So I feel like I'm just waiting for something to go wrong, or struggling to just accept that if things are good. But on the other hand, with the other babies, with the other 3 babies, we had some idea at the 12-week ultrasound. With Liam, it was very obvious. He was quite sick at 12 weeks already. With Nate and Bria, they basically said, their limbs were way on the shortest end, and it really could go either way. And there were some signs their bones didn't look really right. And so it could have went either way with them at the 12-week. And so being almost 13 weeks at this one and having everything measuring perfectly and looking good so far, we're just trying to accept that this hopefully means things are good. But like I said, with the other ones, with Nate and Bria anyways, from about 12 weeks when it was kind of iffy and we weren't sure, but we had an idea, to the 14 to 16 week time frame, they became very, very sick by then. So that's when they really, their limbs stopped developing and their kidneys started shutting down and all of those things. So I just kind of still have that fear that, until we have the next ultrasound, I won't truly be able to believe that the baby's healthy. Although right now it's looking really, really good, and we are really hopeful, and we do feel good about it. So I think things are going to be okay. But the next ultrasound is in about 2.5 weeks on July 31st. They're going to get me in around 15.5 weeks. And that's a little tough because that's about the time when I delivered both Liam and Bria, was around 16 weeks. So it'll be, nice just to get to that point and get kind of past that part emotionally. And if everything still looks good and none of the signs that the other babies had are showing up, then I think we're gonna feel a lot better, just because they were all very sick by 16 weeks. So if nothing's showing up, then we can finally maybe just breathe a little bit and trust that the scientists and the testing is correct. It's easier to do. It's not as easy to do as it seems like it should be. It should just be like, okay, it's tested, it's all good. But there is an error rate. They did suggest, the lab and the IVF lab and the lab that did the testing both suggest doing a CVS test to confirm the testing. But my high-risk doctors didn't really want me to do it because they said there's no point in risking a healthy baby. Even though the miscarriage risk of a CVS is very low, it's still a risk, and we've been through a lot in over 4 years now. So to you know, risk it. And then if something were to happen from the CVS, which even though it's unlikely, I know that if it was a healthy baby and something were to happen, we would never be able to live with that. So we just, we're going on the ultrasound, and how everything looks really good so far. So now, before I leave, I will show you the picture. So here is the baby. So baby's limbs look a lot longer than any of our other babies did. So we're staying hopeful that things are good, and my guess is that it's a boy. Obviously, we have no preference whatsoever if it's a boy or a girl. We have angel babies that are boys, and we have a girl angel baby, and all we care about is that it's healthy. It really makes no difference to us at all. So, but we are finding out the gender next weekend because the baby was tested. They do have that information, and they could release it to us. So we don't know yet, but we're going to be finding out with our parents and grandparents next weekend. So I will be sure to share that with you guys after we know. And also, if you don't follow me on Facebook, make sure to head over to Facebook to facebook.com/elevate yourself fitness, and you can follow me there because I am actually going live with our gender reveal when we do it next Sunday night. So I'd love to see you there. And thanks for following, and thanks for checking up. Here's the baby one more time, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.